Hello, welcome back to another weekly vlog. If you don't know me, my name is Lero. I am aspiring to be a full-time artist and taking a risk by starting an art business, I guess. I don't really know how to explain that to sound good, but basically this is now my second time filming this artist vlog. I'd actually spent most of this week filming a bunch of stuff to permanently delete it off of my computer. It's fine, I'm not over it, but I'm just gonna have to deal with it, and we're basically just starting today anyway. It's fine, it's really not that big of a deal, but I kind of feel like I've got to re-talk about all the things that I was talking about earlier this week, but I'll probably do that over the next few days throughout this vlog rather than just bombard you and sit on the sofa splurging all this information out to you. I have been working on some bookmarks this week, and these are 4 of the 5. So I need to neaten these bits up and just tidy them up, and then I can get these on Etsy for sale. But they're basically just like granny square-ish inspired with some green scalloped edging, which I think are very sweet. Since I am making and crocheting bookmarks, I also got a whole new bunch of books this week as well. I discovered a website called World of Books, and it's basically like an online bookstore for used books. I got 4 of them, so I've got Bride by Ali Hazelwood, Blood Traitor by Lynette Noni, My Best Friend's Exorcism, and then lastly I got the Motley Crue book because they are one of my favourite bands and I really enjoyed the film. So now I'm going to read the book. I also started doing some work on another painting. I will put a photo up here so you can see where I'm at. And then today I also worked on getting some more Etsy listings up. I've put up my crochet cats that I was working on last week, and I've also started tweaking my listing for pet commissions. So if you're interested in anything off of my Etsy store, there will be linked in the description below. And also if you want to follow me on Fable for whatever I'm reading book wise, please do. That will also be linked below. If you don't know what Fable is, not Spawn, it's basically a much better version of Goodreads. So I think for the rest of the day I'm going to work on my painting a little bit more, and then I will most likely go finish my last bookmark probably tonight. Let's set up for some painting. morning everyone, I hope you all well. Welcome back to... I was genuinely going to reintroduce this vlog, realising that I've already done that. It's actually just been almost a week since I filmed... It's actually almost been a week since I filmed from the last footage. I basically have not had a good time mentally. So I wanted to kind of talk about that today. To say that I've only actually had one official week off of my, not off of my old job, but with my new hours at my old place, and obviously now going into mainly being a full-time artist. I've learned a few bits already. So this is my second official week of my new hours and having the art side of things be like the main focus of my life now, and like as a job and making it work. I have discovered a few things. First off, I realised that I was being really strict with my calendar, so I will show you a clip of what I put up originally, but basically I think I've been too strict with how I was like laying out my days. Like I had them laid out to be like, on this day you'll spend all day painting, on this day you'll spend all day editing YouTube, on this day you'll spend all day doing this. And I don't know if it was lack of sleep from suffering with hay fever. The past couple of weeks I've just not slept very well at all. I've not been able to have a full night's sleep, and then I'm getting up really early and just feeling knackered all day basically. So I don't think that's helped. So having that straight to the calendar certainly didn't help at all. It's not even that it was like putting me off wanting to do the stuff. It was more of like I don't know if I fancy doing that. I don't know if I have the energy to do that, and I don't even necessarily want to work my calendar around where I'm energetic throughout the day. I am just someone who prefers to do stuff as and when. So that's kind of how I've been taking it. Like if I want to go and spend the day tweaking my Etsy shop, I will. If I want to spend an hour editing a YouTube video and the rest of the day crocheting, I will. And that's the other thing, is I forgot to take into consideration the little bits, like updating the Etsy shop and taking some time in the day to even take photos for product listings or admin work. I basically made time for only creating things. So I have basically left it as it was, but I've changed what I put. I basically said I am creating. So that could be in relation to anything and everything. So creating the Etsy listings, creating the website, creating the photos, creating a painting, creating a bookmark. You know what I mean? Like basically just make it so I am... Basically that is the days I will be working on my art business, and I am free to do as I want on those days. I have tried to make it so I do prioritise at least painting about 2-3 hours in the day in the afternoon, because that works for me. I will start it after I've had lunch, and then I will finish when my partner finishes work, because at least then I'm spending a few hours painting, because those are the things that I'm hoping to sell the most of and focus the most on. Even though I am obviously doing the crochet stuff, I do really want to be able to have some original prints and also, well, some original artworks and some prints to sell, so I need to spend the time doing those as well. And they're not quick things to bust out either, whereas the crochet, all of those take me a max of an hour and a half. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm going ahead with my calendar now instead, rather than just focusing all day on one thing, because I know for a fact I don't... It's not even that I don't like doing that, because sometimes I do. I think it's more the flexibility that I would prefer. The other thing I wanted to talk about, and one of the reasons why I have been so bad the past few days mentally, is the fact that I am now approaching 30 and I do not feel successful or satisfied in life so far, and that's quite sad and quite scary. Basically, I don't even know how to like describe it. It's basically when you get to like late 20s, all of a sudden hitting the number 30 is actually quite daunting, and you start to kind of look back at the things that you've done or not done and wonder how you got here and how you've managed to leave it so late, or not do good enough. And that's basically just how I felt. I just feel like quite a bit of a failure in life, work wise. Yeah, it's hard to kind of express how it feels sometimes, because like realistically it is just a number.
Like 30 is just a number. It's really not a big deal, but it is a big deal at the same time. It kind of feels like you're actually becoming an adult now. Like you're actually officially a full-grown adult, and you should have life figured out. But no one gives you like a manual, no one gives you instructions, no one really guides you on what to do. You're kind of, you finish school or uni or college, and then it's like, here you go. And you kind of just have to figure it all out on your own. Like you spend your entire life being told what to do, where to go, what time to be there, and then all of a sudden that kind of stops, and it's like, whoa, now what do I do? Now where do I go? How do I navigate any of this? And it's not. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy my life. I like my life. I just think I could have done a lot more by now, and I feel like I should be a lot further along, given my age. And it's just quite scary. It's quite scary knowing that soon I'll be turning 30 and I still don't feel like I've got anywhere. And especially as like people say time flies as you get older, and I'm telling you, it really does. Like the fact that it's already June, basically the middle of, and I set out this year wanting to start my art business. I thought I would be further along than I am, realistically. In my head, it's still February, March, but it's not because it's June. It's time has gone so fast, and that's the other thing. It's so scary. Like time goes so fast, but everything else around you goes really slow. Like it feels like you have more time than you do, but you don't. Especially when you're an adult and you have your own house to look after and you've got a family. Not that I have kids or anything, but obviously I've got me and my partner. Like we have our house, like we've got bills to pay, we've got a house to look after, we have family to visit, we have friends to try and catch up with, and you only have so much time in the day to do all of that, and then you have to prioritize which way around you want to do it. And as someone who is trying to grow another business after technically not doing such a great job at the first one, priorities can go a little bit all over, and balancing it all doesn't necessarily happen or work. Yeah, it's tricky. I've just felt that the past few days, well, no, it's not even the past few days. This has been something on my mind for a very, very, very long time. But now that I am approaching 30, it's hitting me even more. Like those feelings that I already had are like intensified by a lot. And I will admit, I am scared. I am scared. It's because it makes it sound like I hit 30 and then life is done. And it's not. Life is not over. So much more to go. It just kind of feels like you're supposed to be a bit further along at this age, and I'm not. I've not been crying, just hay fever. I've basically sat down and kind of like reevaluated over the next few months, the rest of this year especially, what I'm going to do moving forward. And the first thing that I've been telling myself for ages that I really wanted to do, but I've kind of told myself not yet because you don't have enough stock or work, is to do a market. And I found someone local to the area that I live in who, from what I can tell, does these markets in a town hall like one Sunday a month or something, and it's over like 3 hours. But yeah, I thought that would be a good starting point, and I'm just gonna do it. It will be beginning of July, so I literally have less than a month, or exactly a month. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna do it. I don't care if the 6 foot table looks empty. It'll be my first market, and I'll be taking as much as I can. And I think that is the way forward for my business anyway. I think me doing in-person events would be better rather than relying on online, because I could be waiting years before that gets anywhere. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, and hopefully I can do a lot more of them, whether it's at the same place or a different place. But yeah, I think that's the move I need to make. Rather than saying I'm going to do it, I'm just going to do it. So it has in fact been a fair few hours since the last time I updated you today. If anything, actually, it's probably been
what feels like an entire day. And this is what I mean by it feels like time goes so fast and I feel like I've got more time than I do, and then I end up doing something and all of a sudden the day is done. Also ignore the stuffiness, the hay fever has well and truly kicking in right now. I spent most of the morning doing a tip run, which actually didn't take me that long, and then I had lunch, and then I went on a walk, and now it's 3 o'clock, 3:30. Where is this day gone? I don't know. I think another thing that I guess I kind of start my day late because I wake up about 8:30 and then I spend about 2-ish hours having like a morning routine. I'll basically sit downstairs with a cup of tea and crochet while like the washing and the dishwasher on and stuff, and that's like my morning. And then once the washing has been put out on the washing line is when I'll go about and do my day. But then I seem to kind of like stop for a bit, and then I'll have my lunch, and then I'll go on a walk with my partner, and then I'll come home and there's like 2 hours left of the typical work day because I really like to be done when my partner has finished work. So I kind of just feel like I've got a lot of stuff to do in very little hours. I'm genuinely considering one of the, either I wake up early so I can still have my morning routine and have a lot longer doing stuff, or I not scrap the morning routine but like make it shorter and start getting stuff done sooner, which is probably the way I'm going to go. I'm just going to have to keep tweaking bits around my new work days. But yeah, I don't really know what to do with myself now though, so I've been doing a bit of crochet. I've been working on some more bookmarks, which are these are the front, it's like a bit like celestial, and then I've kind of done them like this, so they're going to be XL bookmarks. I don't honestly know if I like them, so I'm going to have a play around with the edging, so the back will just be plain. I'm going to have a play around with the edging and see what I can do to be a bit happier with them, because I don't know, I kind of like them on their own. I might just do a blue border, but we'll see. I'll work that out. And yeah, the hay fever is kicking in. I'm really stuffy. My eyes are itchy. Like I want to paint, but I'm all stuffy and sneezy. I think the best thing to do would probably go and edit a video. I've got quite a few that I can be doing, and then at least it'll feel like I've done something for the business today. But yeah, I think I'm going to go edit some videos because then I can watch some YouTube in the background, and I think I just need to see how my new days work for me, and I think I need to utilise my time a little bit better.